My name is Lucy. I am 30 years old, and my life is very difficult. Every day, I feel scared. Every night, I cry. I want to leave, but I don't know where to go. When I was a child, my mother was kind to me. She loved me very much. She cooked for us and told us stories. But when I was 10 years old, my mother passed away. After that, my father changed. He became very angry. I have 2 younger sisters. We were all afraid of him. He never smiled at us or asked if we were happy. He only shouted at us and hit us. I wanted to run away, but I was just a little girl. I had no money and no one to help me. One day, my father became so angry that he wanted to hurt me badly. I was very scared. I ran away to my aunt's house. My father became very upset too. He drank something bad and almost died, but he didn't. My family sent me to a camp for children, and I stayed there for a few weeks. After that, I went back home. My father never hit me again, but I was still afraid of him. When I was 14, I started running away from home. My father never let me go outside. I had no friends. I wanted freedom. I wanted to be happy. When I was 16, I met a man. His name was Mike. He was 20 years old. He smiled at me and said, I was beautiful. I had never heard that before. I thought he loved me. He told me, come with me. You will be happy. I wanted to leave my father's house. I wanted to be free. So I went with Mike. Mike lived with his parents. I moved to his house, and I was happy. I thought my life would get better. But one day, Mike became very angry. He shouted at me and then hit me. I was shocked. I didn't understand why he hit me. He said, I'm sorry. I love you. I believed him. I thought maybe it was a mistake. Maybe he wouldn't do it again. But he hit me again the next day. I was afraid, but I stayed. I had nowhere to go. Mike drank alcohol every day. When he drank, he was not kind. He shouted at me and hit me. I wanted to leave, but I didn't know where to go. Mike's parents didn't help me. When I was 17, I became pregnant. I was happy. I thought, maybe Mike will change. Maybe he will love me more now. But then Mike went to jail. He stole something and had to stay in jail for 3 years. My father was very angry when he heard I was pregnant. He shouted at me, you're not my daughter anymore. Mike's parents didn't want me either. I had no home and no money. I stayed at a friend's house for a while. Then, my stepmother told my father to take me back, so I went home. But my father still didn't love me. He was cold and never spoke to me. I gave birth to a baby girl. She was beautiful, and I loved her very much. I wanted Mike to see our baby, so I went to visit him in jail. But when I brought our baby to him, he shouted, why did you bring her here? I was so sad. I thought maybe he didn't love me anymore. When Mike got out of jail, he found me. He said, let's be together again. I didn't have any choice. I stayed with him, but Mike didn't change. He hit me again. He drank every day and had other women. I had another baby, a boy. I was happy for a short time, but Mike had a new woman. She gave him alcohol, and he spent nights with her. Then came home and hit me again. He was angry all the time and thought I wanted to leave him. One day, he hit me so hard I couldn't move. He locked me in a room and sent my children outside. He came back and hit me again. I cried, but I didn't scream. I didn't want my children to hear me. I wanted to run away, but I didn't have any money. Mike told me, "No one will love you. You are nothing without me." I believed him. Years went by. Mike drank less and didn't hit me anymore, but he still wasn't a good man. He spent all our money. I wanted to leave, but I was scared. My children needed their father. I didn't know what to do. Should I leave him? I want to leave now. I want a new life. I want to be happy, but I am scared. Where will I go? How will I live? I love my children, and I want them to be happy. But can I make them happy if I stay with Mike? I don't know the answer. I hope one day I will find the strength to leave. I hope one day I will not be afraid anymore. When I reflect on my story, I realize that I've gone through so much pain and fear, but I've also learned many lessons along the way. I've always been searching for a place to escape, a place where I could feel safe and loved. I faced many challenges, and sometimes I felt like I couldn't continue. But those moments taught me that true strength isn't about never falling down, but about getting up after every fall. Life is never easy, and I've come to understand that we can't change others, but we can change ourselves. I'm still not sure if I have the strength to walk away from my current life, but one thing I know for sure is that I deserve happiness and peace. Love and freedom are what I long for, but I also know that I need to find strength within myself before I can create a new life. Will I have enough courage to change my life? Can I find a new path, a brighter future for myself and my children? The answer may not be clear right now, but I believe that no matter what, every day I will learn to walk stronger. Facing fear, facing hardships might be the first step toward finding true freedom. And perhaps one day, I won't have to live in the darkness anymore. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel to keep up with my upcoming videos. Thank you all. Wishing you a great day.